Okay. Um, hmm. All right. Hit the live stream over here on Facebook. And let me get this situated here. No, not that. Um, NFL. Pause that. Okay, we should be working now. Man, I gotta get used to this here. I definitely gotta get used to this here. All right. NFL. Not for long. Not my favorite games this weekend, but there are some spots. I ain't gonna lie. There is some spots, some weird spots, and some weird spots, or whatever you wanna call it. I will take Prop Finder here, and let me make sure everything is copacetic on my end. Like I said, new setup, so I'm just working out the kinks right now. At first, I just didn't have audio. Some weird spots, some spots. Okay, now I've got audio. Want to call it? I will take Prop Finder here. Okay. Yes. I didn't write any spots down or anything like that, but there are some spots. There are some spots, like I was just saying. Um, NFL, huh? Early morning game, man. What's up, throwbacks? Let me put the. So when I get in there. You did what you just hit, man. What you just hit. Brewers money line. You had Brewers money line in there? What you hit, my guy? What you hit? Glad you hit. Glad you hit. Thank you for being a member, man. Glad you hit, man, and a long time member, man. Love that. Definitely love that. You know, definitely love that. Appreciate your support. I appreciate your support. It is starting to get cold down here. Did a parlay with the early game. Nice. Awesome. That's fire. That is fire. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, sir. We're gonna eat NBA. I'm back though. I should be back now. Man. I was on vacation. Tomorrow's my last day of vacation, man. I was off for 10 days, just enjoying myself, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. Somebody just was complaining about Springer too, man. I seen it. Somebody's was just complaining about Springer. Mark Sanchez was arrested. I didn't read that full story. I heard he got stabbed, but I don't know what the backstory was behind that. I didn't even go check, man. Straight up, man. I didn't even go check. I heard he got stabbed. Let me turn the temperature down on this light right here. I think that's a little better. What was that, Markel? Man, that fucking MLB that MLB season it's a rough one, man. It's rough, man. Doing those streams like that, it's crazy work. Alcohol after 10:30 doesn't mix. Yeah, I drink and I stay home. I feel you, man. I feel you. I damn near want to have one more tonight. One tonight, man. I might go get me a little Julio, something. A little Julio, something. Fry me up some nice golden chicken wings later with. All right, let's get to it, man. We got some games today. I probably won't touch on the. Let's see. I probably won't touch on might touch on this New England game. Haven't looked at anything from that New England or none of these. None of those Monday games. We got one Monday game. Okay. Cincinnati. I haven't looked at that. The Washington game. Tampa Bay. I think I've been up around that area. Okay. So let's go. Let's get busy. in this first game, I didn't really look in this first game like I really, but let's take a look. So, looking at using Prop Finder right now in conjunction with Game Day Insights. So I'll pull up Game Day Insights and I'll slide over here to NFL, and I'll roll with this. We'll pull a rabbit out I had. Oops, don't want to go light right there. Want to go just like that, right? Stay on dark mode. All right. So I'll be using both of these sites, and hey, it is what it is. A bunch of spots that I like. So, man, I hate that my saved props are gone. They're gone. I said I had a lot of stuff saved. So right now you got TD matchups, defensive matchups, player hit rates, team share, defensive stats. I don't look at all of these. Still working my way into it, but I don't look at all of these. I want to see what they have in store for NBA as well. But, it is what it is. I do have another site for NBA that I was using frequently last year. If these guys are a little bit better, then we'll see what's going to happen. Either way it goes, let's get into it. The first game on the docket here, I didn't really look at this game like I was supposed to have, but we can definitely look at it right now. Right now, most of the time I do look at the touchdown matchup screen because I do like to, bet on touchdowns and stuff like that. Injury reports and things like that, we'll be able to see that stuff. Okay. So right here, looking at the touchdown from Minnesota defense, they's giving up 2 touchdowns to running back one to wide receiver one to wide receiver 2, run back 2, and the other tight end was probably somebody, number 3 or at least. I just feel like Flacco should be under some pressure here. Oh no, I'm sorry. Dylan Gabriel, he'll be out there today. So, tomorrow or in the morning. So that's something to take heed to. Cleveland Browns defense. Carson Wentz. I really think they're gonna get to Carson Wentz. Who's gonna get to him? I don't know, but I think they'll be able to get to Carson Wentz here. What was I looking at? So, I think I was looking at just make sure you're looking at the news if you really want to bet him. Right. So I think I really think I was taking a look at the tight end position here, right? And I don't know whether it's going to be Gabriel can move at the pocket. Yeah, definitely is going to be a statue. I was thinking about looking at Fannin. This team, so it's going to, for me, she said, okay, I'm tired of losing by one goddamn leg for the end of it. Now I need to win. All right, well, if you got your pens and papers out or whatever the case may be, I'm going to get ready to go through some plays or some players or whatever the case may be. Anytime touchdown, I don't know, right? But the tight ends, whether it's Fannin, whether it's Njoku, I feel like Njoku's going to be, a trade target here, right? So that's what kind of like keeps me off because I'm not getting a full potential of which tight end that I really, really want to target. But receptions, it's kind of hard because like looking at Minnesota here, they play 80% zone, okay? 80% zone, and versus zone here. Fannin's got 17 targets, 16 receptions, okay? more likely they all with with Flacco. So, but we have a young quarterback in there, and some of these tight ends are going to be able to get loose in instances. Tight ends versus this team. 6 targets, 2 receptions for the Lions, week 1. 4 targets, 3 receptions. 3 receptions are better versus this defense in every game except for the first game. That was week 1. Like I said, 3 receptions for the tight ends for, I can look at them right here, get a better look. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Here we are right here. Darnell Washington, Mike Gesicki. Noah Fant had 5 targets, 5 receptions. Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions on 5 targets. 3 targets combined for the Chicago Bears. So whatever it is with that situation, it is what it is, right? The thing about that is sketchy. When you got Njoku out there and you have Fannin out there, then it is what it is, right? So I don't know why all players, depth chart. I should be able to click on Njoku from right here. I don't know what happened. Did they update it or anything? But I can go back. I can go back and take a look at Njoku here. And snap and route participation, Njoku, 73%. Routes run per drop back. And then Harold Fannin, he's in at 56%. That can change. First read percentage, all that goes to Jerry Jeudy. I don't know how I want to touch this. I really want to touch the tight ends, but it's 2 tight ends, so it's kind of hard for me, right? Njoku, another guy that's pretty good versus zone this season so far. I can flick back to last season here, where he had versus zone, he had 42 receptions on 62 targets, okay? So we know Njoku can get busy. And like I said, they got two tight ends. So far last year, they were playing zone 67%. Through the first 4 games, they've been playing zone 80 at an 80% clip right now, right? So guys just got to get out there and get busy and get open, all right? Receptions for him, Njoku. He lined up in the slot a lot. That's good. I should have between FTN and between FTN and Pro Football Focus, I don't have, because I ain't been really really deep diving. I don't have neither one of those prescriptions. I'm just trying to see, but I can get a little bit more in depth. Where these guys are coming out at and stuff like that. I do need that. But I can live without it for right now, but I don't have it. I ain't even gonna lie. The tight end spot is one spot that I'm definitely just trying to, I'm trying to see if there's a way I could take advantage of it, because both of these teams can bring pressure. Cleveland can bring pressure from that 4, and Minnesota, they're gonna bring pressure. So getting that ball up out of there if he has to, and a young quarterback will be probably be looking at those tight ends. So some of those tight ends are definitely on my radar there, right? I won't put. That's what I like, but I probably won't be able to put any money on it. If Flacco was there, I know I could. I didn't see any lines though. Let me take a look here. NFL, receiving props, receptions, Njoku, 3.5 plus 123, and then Fannin, 4 at plus 130. So it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird, Both of them 4 catches at plus money. It's just that. It's weary right now. She said, "What's up with Lad? He been pissing me off." The emergence of the number one over there, and you got they just a little bit more, just a tad bit more deeper when you add Keenan Allen, somebody Herbert has got rapport with, and then the emergence of the kid, I forget his name, the wide receiver over there. He over there. I think he for real. So it is what it is with that situation. Not one of my favorite games here, though. Not one of my favorite games. Junkins is interesting. He is a touchdown candidate, but like I said, not one of my favorite games. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it moving, right? But I did want to take one look there, versus one look at something real quick. Versus the rush, running backs per game. How about total? Johnston, there you go. Yes. I think he's for real. Cleveland, Minnesota. Rushing attempts, red zone attempts, yards. Minnesota in the top 10 of yards. How about per game numbers? Let's see. Minnesota, 24 rushing yards, 10 yards per game. Minnesota top 10 yards per carry. Minnesota touchdowns, red zone attempts. Minnesota, they in the top 10 of some of these rushing categories here. So, interesting. I want to drop Lad so bad. I'm sick of him in my fantasy. You go hold. I mean, if you just got to, then I don't know what it is, but if you just got to, or you could hold on to something, because man, I don't know. Look ahead though. Look ahead at them schedules and see what they look like. Let's go to the next game. Look ahead to those schedules, see what they look like, and see if you can, capitalize there. Injury could be one injury away, right? This is a game where you want to be at, right here. Dallas Cowboys and New York Jets. This is where you want to be at, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to hang your hat here and leave it there, right? This is where you want to be at. Two bad defensive teams here, and it is what it is. This is, like I said, this is where you want to be at. Looking at some of these numbers here, advanced numbers here. Justin Fields, and you got your quarterback passing today. Justin Fields got 2 passing touchdowns. Tyrod Taylor got 3. The first reads, right? Percentage of throws to the first read targets. This is a good tool, man. This is a good tool with all this information here. This is a good tool. This is definitely a good tool here. First read, Justin Fields, he's going there 53% of the time so far. And then you're looking at the wide receivers here. You can filter by route, run, routes, whatever, right? You can filter by first read. Garrett Wilson, first read, percentage of first read targets, 47%, right? 46.9, meaning we know Justin Fields from Chicago. I know he can lock on, goddammit, to a number one. Where you at? Throwing it to your ass, right? So it is what it is. Value-wise, stuff like that, when you're looking at touchdowns, we got some odds. It's going to be filtered to the best odds and stuff like that. And then you got your numbers, they labeled, right? Garrett Wilson, wide receiver 1. Mason Taylor, right? He's somebody that I'm really looking at. So right now, damn, I wonder if there's somebody at my door. Hold up. Nope. Mason Taylor. So we know Garrett Wilson. And then Mason Taylor, right? The tight end number one. We were looking at the routes run per drop back. Josh Reynolds, Taylor, Tyler Johnson. These are the guys, right? Brees Hall, definitely in play. When we're looking at targets and receptions and stuff like that, Brees Hall is number 2, okay, in receptions. Mason Taylor in targets, Mason Taylor is number 3, okay? Garrett Wilson's got 3 touchdowns through the air. Lazard has 1. And Records has 1. Watch out for Xavier Scott for the Vikings. Third down back, receiving yards today up to 9.5. Nice. What I could do here is I think there's some costly injuries on both of them. I think there's some costly injuries in both of those. In that game, I didn't look at it. And on the lines, on one of those teams, I think it was it might have been the Vikings. They got some guys that's kind of beat up on that line. So Taylor, definitely liking Taylor, man. Some of the news, everything. I'm quite sure the industry is on Taylor as well. It's coming off. Why does it say full game, 0.5 receptions, receiving yards, 0.5 receiving yards? What's going on with this? That's not his line. Can't be his line. I wonder, are they doing some maintenance here? The lines, what is going on? It says over 0.5 receptions. What is this? Where's the real lines at? .5 fantasy points. I don't like this shit. Let me refresh this, man. I'm refreshing it. NBA coming soon. Y'all see that? All right, so let me go back. Anytime TD. Okay, there go the lines right there. Bet. So his receive. Oh man, His receiving, man. His receiving line sitting at the reception line sitting at 2.5, man. At a parlay piece, if you want to ladder that, yeah, for sure. And I know Fields can lock on to him too. So, long story short, some of the tight ends versus Dallas here. Tucker Kraft, he got busy. He hit his longest reception. He's 5 for 5 there, 56 yards. The Bears, they got busy with the wide receivers, and the wide receivers are definitely in play. So I'll go back to the wide receivers real quick. I'll go back to the wide receivers after this, but Teo Johnson, 4 receptions on 5 targets. Dallas Goedert, 7 for 7. 7 receptions on 7 targets. So the aerial attack versus this Dallas team is very much well in play, okay? Dallas, 76% zone, as you can see, versus zone. 12 targets, 12 receptions. He's just, he's been balling in zone, right? So far, 1 red zone target in zone. No touchdowns? I thought he had a touchdown. He does have a touchdown versus Buffalo Bills. This is his numbers, his game log right here. 5 receptions on 7 targets for 25.9% of the receiving share. That's just last game was good enough to be to build a rapport because Fields didn't play. I think he didn't play versus Tampa or the Buccaneers, right? Come back versus Miami, give him 5 receptions on 7 targets. Yeah, right? You can get 4 receptions at plus 129 on DraftKings, 5 receptions at 270, 6 receptions at 549. Right? There's going to be a lot of that going on. Okay, so the aerial attack versus this defense is definitely in play. Sleepers though, you know what I'm saying? So let me hit the advanced numbers here, and we could tell what some of these touchdowns and stuff been going to. So this Dallas Cowboys defense, they're giving up 5 reception touchdowns to the wide receiver 2, 3 to the 1, 3 to the running back. Rushing TDs, that is. Tight end, 1 reception receiving TD. Other wide receiver, somebody else, got another touchdown. But they've been giving it up, right? So you got other guys, though. I mean, you got the, let me see, Josh Reynolds. His touchdown is plus 450, right? Backup running back Isaiah Davis, 550. I thought I heard something about Isaiah Davis. Oh no, that was Braylon Allen, right? So Isaiah Davis, Vulture City type shit, right? Josh Reynolds, 450. Like I said, Lazard, 600. Anybody can pop in there and get a touchdown. It is what it is. More than likely, through the air, it's probably going to be Wilson, and on the ground, it will probably be Breece Hall. You don't need me to talk about anybody else because this defense is terrible, right? It just is what it is. You don't need me to talk because they in play, right? They in play. That shit there is in play, but I definitely had to bring Mason Taylor just in case you guys didn't know. And it's just like J-Mac, man. He's like the second receiver. You know what I'm saying? So in that level, that first, second level, that second level, that first level, or however you want to, whatever you want to, say it. Mason Taylor should be in play. And Garrett Wilson, his reception lines and stuff like that will probably be high. 5.5 reception is a yes, please, right? Whatever for him, it's a yes, please, right? Yes. If you really want to, you could take a look at some of what these wide receivers have been doing versus this team. You know what I'm saying? They've been killing it, man. Save multiple guys just getting catches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. They're getting busy, man. And man, they was getting busy. They was getting Dubs had 6 catches. Golden had 5. Yeah. Zacchaeus had 3. Moore 4. Adunze 3. Burden 3. So 9 for Neighbors, 8 for Wandale Robinson. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Justin Fields. However you want to look at it for Justin, man, it's a go. His rushing, I think his rushing's in play. Rushing, his anytime TD is in play as well. So whatever you want to do with Justin, man. And then on the flip side, I mean, same thing. Dak Prescott's been playing some good ball, man. Dak Prescott's been playing some good ball here. This team is playing, Jets is playing 53% zone. He's over his passing yards in 3 straight. Versus zone, he's got an 82% completion rate, man. That's crazy work. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Hey, take out these keys. Yeah, where you finna get that from? Orange leaf. Damn, I probably want some of that. I can't go nowhere. I'm streaming. You said you about to. You said you about to go up there. Yeah, you coming straight back? Oh well, I don't know. You ain't gonna be able to get none. It's closed. I can probably go up there tomorrow. Sam's Club. Sam's Club's closed. One of them going. I'm saying one of the boys going. Mm. Dang, I think I want some. I think I want some because I definitely got them cookies up there. All right, well, all right, we'll see. All right, we'll see. Uh, y'all leave me alone, man. I'm finna give me some of that, some of that yogurt, man, from Orange Leaf. Like, wait a minute, you going up there? I want some. I want some. All right. Ferguson, man. I know his lines are probably higher than that thing, but let me see receptions. 5.5 receptions. Um, he's good for it, man. They play zone 53% of the time. He's been pretty good versus zone. 28 targets, 24 receptions. He can be the 1A, 1B, 2, or however you want to look at it. But Jake Ferguson should definitely get busy here, right? You want to, however you want to do things, you know, it's fine with me. Some of these tight ends have been getting busy as well. Darren Waller, he just had 2 touchdowns versus this defense. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Um, damn. I didn't. Kincaid, 4 receptions. What's his longest reception? 16 and a half. He's hit that number once this season. He probably can hit that this year. I mean, this game. He could probably hit that. It's in play. Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox fucked around and had 2 catches. He sold me the other day. Jonnu, 5 catches, and his teammate Freiermuth had 3 catches. So, it is what it is, man. Both tight ends are in play in this game, and I think anything goes here. Anything. I did not take a look at. So you're gonna have Pickens on one side. What's up with it, Mr. Sampson? What's going on? How are you? I'm going over it right now, bro. Going over it right now. Love this Dallas game. Love this Dallas game. Who doesn't love it, right? You know, the line is sitting at what? 47 and a half. I like it. I like it. I really do like this game. All the usual suspects in that game, I couldn't talk you off anything. You're not going up there with them, are you?
Yes, I am.
You is?
Mm-hmm.
What you getting?
I don't even know.
Hit me when you get in there, man.
All right.
Hit me when you get in there, because I'm going to want something. Markel going?
Yeah.
So y'all just leaving me here by myself then, right? All right, then. All right, that's how your kids do you. All right, it's all good. It's all good. That's how your kids do it. It's okay. All right, yeah. Let me take a look here. Tolbert Turpin. Touchdown wise, the running back, the Jets has given up 4 touchdowns to the running back. Oh man, Javonte Williams. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of them like here. 2 touchdowns to the tight end, 4 touchdowns to the running back, one of them receiving, three of them rushing. Running backs look good, right? Tight end, 2 touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. Wide receiver 1 got a touchdown. Wide receiver 2 got a touchdown, and the tight end 2 have a touchdown as well. So it is what it is with that situation. I know, right? They getting down on my ass, Tiff. They getting down. They finna go to get some orange leaf it's called Orange Leaf. It's a yogurt place. They got all types of flavors and all that, man. I don't know what flavor to get. I know I want something with some caramel in it, but I'm scared. But they need to come straight home so it can still be it still could be so it don't melt. Justin Fields. What is this passing touchdown? 1.5. Plus 145 for 1.5. 2 passing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns for Justin Fields at plus 630. You can get dirty in this game. You can get dirty. He's only got he hasn't went over he hasn't went over 1 touchdown pass this season, but that could change, right? Looking at some of the quarterbacks that's went up against this defense, oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah, he definitely is getting back to where he was. Because last year he sold me, man, on my fantasy team. He sold the hell out of my fantasy team. But I forgive him, though. I forgive him. But each team, the last 3 weeks, of course, except for Jalen Hurts, because he ain't, you know what Jalen Hurts does or whatever, but 3 passing touchdowns are better to all three of these quarterbacks, right? So, man, I'm just letting you guys know that, right? Justin Fields hasn't went over 1 passing. If he can hit 2 passing versus this bad defense, then boom, plus 145 right there. And 3 passing touchdowns at plus 630. And if you just really feeling froggy, 4 touchdowns for plus 2,600 for him. Or tell him you're changing the locks. I don't know what that is. I have to look into it. I'll have to look into it, man. Let's see. It's that spam. Javonte Williams. He's 1. I know that. Hold on, let me look into this real quick. I don't know. I'll be looking, though. I'll see. So, man, that's very interesting to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, man. I'll be moving some furniture in this motherfucker. Straight up, Tiff. Man, them passing touchdowns, I really want to take the ladder on this passing touchdowns. I really do. They dangling it right in front of my face, man. They're plus 145 for 1.5 passing touchdowns, and at 2.5. I mean, he could throw if he can go in there and throw 3 touchdowns. Yes, he could. He's capable. Yeah, when has he done it though? It's probably been a while, but he's definitely last 10 games, last 20 games. Ooh, he hasn't done it in his last 20 games. Shit. I might have to take him for 2 though, straight on a straight bet. I might have to take him for 2. The matchup is juicy. He could get down there with his legs. I would imagine game script should probably have them guys behind, or his anytime touchdown is sitting at plus 125 on FanDuel. 2 touchdowns plus 1,000. Let me go over here and make sure I'm right about this shit. Let me see 2 touchdowns here. Justin Fields 2 touchdowns plus 1,000. Garrett Wilson 2 touchdowns plus 1,000. Come on, man. God damn. What about Javonte Williams plus 480? You can throw a touchdown to the flats to Garrett Wilson. I mean to Breece Hall for a touchdown. You can throw one. Y'all know what I'm saying. I know, you know what I'm saying. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Devontae hooked me last time. I don't think I'm gonna go with him tomorrow. Okay, all right. I feel you though. I feel you, but that was football comes once a week, and in MLB games and NBA games, they every day. You get over those MLB guys and those NBA guys quicker because they are every day. You know, they play every day or every other day. You know what I'm saying? But those the NFL guys, they only play so much, so you got to get over. You got to get over them quicker. You've had almost a whole week to get over them, right? If you ain't getting over them now, you probably won't. In this matchup, shit. It's because he hooked you last time that you need to go right back to him. Wait a minute. It's because he hooked you last time that you need to go right back to him. Yeah, man. With the matchup too. Shout out to Gail. How you doing? The Gail. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Gail. But yeah. So. And like I said, the matchup is there. The matchups are there, man. If I was looking at running backs and stuff like that, let me see. New York Jets, right? Attempts are up. Red zone attempts, they're getting in there. They've given up three rushing touchdowns. The Jets, yards. This is yards per game. They top 10 yards per game. Total. Sometimes I look at total. Sometimes I look at yards per game. They give a lot of rushing attempts, man. A lot of rushing attempts. They're going to be able to move the ball versus the pass. Total yardage, touchdowns, New York Jets, yards, blitzes, defense versus the pass, defense versus pass catchers, running backs, yards, total. Let's see. New York Jets. Red zone targets. Wide receivers are definitely in a good spot, great spot. Receptions. New York Jets. They numbers down here. Okay. All right. I can't talk you off anything here. I like this game. I like this game a lot. I do. This Jets defense. Tight end 2, wide receiver 1, tight end 2, tight end 1. Routes per team's drop back. First read. Ferguson, Pickens, Lamb, Turpin, Tolbert. The fast one, the very quick one, is that that must be Tolbert. Tolbert, right? The one that's very, very quick. Tolbert. 4 receptions, 6 targets. 53% zone. Or was that Turpin? Cavante Turpin. 3 or 4. Long 15. Oh, Turpin is out. Oh, shit. Lamb and Turpin out. Turpin's the fast one. So he got hurt last week? I didn't see that. Oh, my God. So, damn. Shit. What is Tolbert? His touchdown is plus 220. 2.5 receptions. MGM, parlay piece, minus 175. He's hit that number in back-to-back games. It's going to have to hit that number tomorrow. Wide receiver 2. He'll be wide receiver 2 or Woody. Let's see. What's that? Jalen Cooper. Cropper. Yeah, I'll be looking at him. Receptions. Bankroll builders. Same game parlay. Give him to him plus 100 or something like that. Because I'm not going all the way in. I'm trying to give me some bankroll builders or something up out of that game. Denver Broncos and Philadelphia Eagles. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be with this game, but what I do know I like. I would have interest in number 2 wide receiver and or the tight end for the Eagles, and I would Bo Nix. I think I would have to look at his rushing yards. Okay. I would have to look at his rushing yards. I wonder where his number opened up at. I meant to play it last night if I didn't play it last night. Last night if I didn't play it last night. Let me take a quick look. But as you can see, though, so versus Tennessee, he was knocking on the door. 18 rushing yards. 20 versus Indianapolis. 33 versus the Chargers. And like Cincy, they didn't offensively. Cincy didn't bring enough, right? So you know it is what it is with that situation. So his rushing yards, I think they're gonna try to move the ball by any means necessary. So I am looking at his rushing yards, right? And I think I was taking a look at Dobbins, and he's got a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games. Over his rushing yards in 4 straight. Right now, where it stands at 47.5. Running backs have been getting there versus this team. Bucky Irvin got there. Damn, I ain't gonna play Rashad White's numbers. Damn, what is his? Let me look and see what White's receiving yards is while I'm looking for that play. Yeah, hello, y'all made it already? What you getting? They got so much shit in there, I don't even know what I want, man. You said toasted. I want something with some caramel, so what you think? Okay, the caramel is the topping. I don't know, man. Surprise me, man. Yeah, some type of vanilla though, and I know I want some caramel, so bring it on. All right, bet. All right, my son got me. My son got me. All right. So, J.K. Dobbins, right? Let's see something. I think I really want to look at J.K. Dobbins for a touchdown. I think he's got 1 of 3 or 4. Just don't understand how they didn't let him score last game, but it is what it is. They let him go over the 100 yards. Couldn't talk you off the rushing yards if you really wanted to get there. Couldn't talk you off of it. Defense versus rush for the running backs. Philly. Yeah, hello? A cup. What you getting? I want a cup. Milkshake. Yeah, just give me the cup. All right. I know, right? Yeah. I ain't hungry though. I ain't hungry. I just had some tacos. I got a sweet tooth though. Yeah. Like I said, this is not my favorite game, so I'm not going to go out there and try to, force nothing. But if I'm looking at a touchdown prop or something like that in this game, I'll be looking at Dobbins. Barkley. Sutton is very interesting. One of their bigger targets when they get down to the end zone, and Jalen Hurts for a touchdown and or his rushing yards, And of the receivers, Cortland Sutton is interesting, man. This team plays man. Now, zone versus zone, he's been pretty good. 16 receptions on 18 targets, but they playing man 58, 59% of the time. Do I want to, shy away from it? I don't know. Sutton does have 3 touchdowns on the season, and then his receiving yards, he's been getting there. I mean, he's getting there 3 of his last 4 games, and his receptions at 4.5. He's over this number in 3 or 4, but I just don't want to force anything. I don't, right? So I think you could look at the rushing yards for both quarterbacks, a touchdown for Hurts, touchdown for both running backs, and Sutton is interesting to me. You said stats look encouraging to the game zone. Yeah. But like I said, it is what it is, right? So it is what it is. But, that's why you just got to go in there and you got to pick, take what you like and, leave what you don't. We betting on guys, we betting on humans, you know what I'm saying? And, humans make mistakes and humans aren't perfect, right? None of this shit is perfect. We can only deal with the numbers, and you take the best numbers that you can, you take the best numbers that you can find, man, I don't know how. I'm probably going to fall back from the Baltimore Ravens here, but it's a lot of green here, right? It's a lot of green here in this situation. And when you're looking at touchdowns, they've given up a decent amount of touchdowns. 5 touchdowns to the running back 1. 2 of them were reception. 3 of them was rushing touchdowns. Red zone targets. 5 red zone targets to the running backs. 13 red zone carries. So they're pretty green. Defense hasn't been that good. Hasn't been good. 3 touchdowns to the wide receiver 2. Wide receiver 3 has a touchdown, right along with the wide receiver 1 having a touchdown. All this is versus this Baltimore defense. So, I mean, Nico Collins should have him a decent game, right? Looking at the read percentage, who he is, what he does. First read targets there, 31%. Route participation per drop back, 84%. He's out there, right? Followed by Dalton Schultz. You know what I'm saying? Christian Kirk. He'll be out there to try to make a difference, right? But the guy Nico Collins, he's the one I'll be looking at first. His receptions are probably coming out around 5.5. 5.5. Versus that Tennessee defense last game, he had 6 targets and 4 receptions. This is a spot where I think he can get there. And will I go there? I don't know, right? They play in zone 52% of the time. Probably won't look at that versus Nico Collins. He does what he does. So, it is what it is. As long as the targets are there, it's something that you can look at. Schultz and Kirk, those guys are in play. Woody Marks. Here's a guy you're going to take a look at here. Woody Marks. I like Woody Marks. I know you guys have probably been seeing his name across the industry. His touchdown, you'll get his touchdown for plus 165. I like that. I feel like this team should be able to move the ball. So Woody Marks is definitely in play. He made a big leap in the carries. In the carry department last week, he should be overtaking that spot from somebody like Chubb. But make no mistake, Chubb is a professional, and he could go out there and he could be a goal line back or something like that. They really do need to get Woody Marks together, right? So it is what it is. Appreciate the stars, Michael Sampson. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. If you want to get a better experience, you can come over and watch. You could sub to the YouTube channel. You can come over there to the YouTube channel, and that's where I'm dropping all my content. Comes to YouTube first. So if you want to, slide over to the YouTube channel, it's a little bit better of an experience. But to each his own. You can sit there if you want to, but that's where, I'm. If you don't see me, everything I do goes to YouTube first. I can post over there and all that. That's paid. They pay. The platform pays. That's paid. Memberships. You know what I'm saying? Membership. I like I said, I joined Tails. I got memberships on YouTube if you want to support that, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I appreciate any and everything. I do this, try to help people, get to where they're trying to be financially in life, right? You know what I'm saying? But Woody Marks, let's see what we got here. 12.5 rushing attempts. Rushing yards sitting at 52.5. And the longest rush for him is sitting at 12.5. Rushing and receiving yards at 119. Now, if you guys been watching me, you guys know that I'm a receptions guy, right? I really love receptions. It's just been like my niche, right? He last week, outside of those carries, he did have 4 receptions on 5 targets. I love it, bro. Straight up, it's fine. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it. He did have 4. That opens up the door for a lot of things. Fantasy score, all that, right? So I don't see the fantasy score option right here, but it's definitely, it's definitely impossible, right? Those carries yesterday. Do we want to jump the gun on those carries? Appreciate it, bro. Big shout out to Mike, man. Big shout out to Mike, man. I can't thank you enough, right? So shout out to Mike. Do we think he's overtaking that backfield? He should be, right? Would I be surprised if we get sold on his carries or something like that? I probably won't be surprised, right? But the defense, this defense hasn't been good, in my opinion, and we already know that, so it is what it is, right? Let me see, total yards. Baltimore, 5th. Attempts, Baltimore, top 10. Yards per carry, Baltimore, top 10. Touchdowns, Baltimore, number 2 in touchdowns to the running backs. And then red zone attempts, Baltimore, where are they? Top number 5. So they top 10 in a multitude of different categories when it comes to the running back. Defense versus the pass catchers. How about pass catchers? Excuse me. I'll take down the wide receiver. We'll look at the running back yards total. Baltimore. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. They green. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. Through the air, Baltimore, they're green in all the categories except for air yards, right? So, damn, I got the hiccups. Excuse me. So you're looking at yards through the air to the running back position. They're number 5, right? They just not good versus running backs right now. Receptions to the running back position. And number 4, giving up the most receptions to the running back position. Targets to the running back position. They've given up the most targets to the running back position, right? So teams have been able to score on it and score on this defense. So you know what it is. And then when you're looking at red zone targets to the running back position, 8 with 2 touchdowns to the running back position. Good for number 3. So it's a good spot for running backs. So whatever, however you want to look at it, right? Does that mean he's going to hit his props? Absolutely not, right? It does not mean that, but like I said, it's a good spot. Good spot there. This defense plays zone coverage. He did the little breakout last week, and all that came against zone coverage. All 4 of those receptions. So, and then you have, of course, you got your Christian Kirks coming out the slot, your Dalton Schultz and stuff like that. Wide receiver, I've been so busy, man. Wide receiver, cornerback matchups and stuff like that. I haven't been able to look at them, man. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? But this defense, I don't think I'll be messing around with any of the Baltimore Ravens guys. I would imagine Henry should be able to get an uptick here. He's a touchdown candidate. I think he should be able to get an uptick here, but not too much interested in those guys. Personally. New York Giants, New Orleans Saints. I did see that I think they have 1 or 2 more guys getting ready to be activated, along with Taysom Hill. So here's another monkey wrench in the game here, right? With the Taysom Hill bullshit. Here we go with this. Now, Jawan Johnson, tight end 1, right? We know the hot commodity this week would be Keandre Miller, right? We know he's the hot commodity this week. Receiving an uptick of carries and stuff like that. We do know that Kamara is on the trading block, but do we think they're going to try to showcase Kamara this week or for more carries? I don't know. It's up in the air with that. It's up in the air for me with that. But 11 carries last week for Kendre Miller, and no targets last week in the running game. But like I said, 11 attempts. They want him to be great. I hope the Bears do not go after fucking Kamara. I know there were whispers that Kansas City. Send him there, right? I don't want him. We got Swift. That motherfucker ain't nothing but a glorified Swift anyway right now. I don't think he's, between the tackles running, right now. But it is what it is, right? We need somebody that can get between those tackles, but I ain't talking about the Bears. We on a bye. But keep an eye out on Kendre Miller. In this matchup here, the Giants, they're not good versus the run. Not that good versus the run, and it is what it is. The Giants, total yards, they're 4th in total yards. They're giving up about 6. They number 2 behind my Bears. No, I don't really put them in there like that. I bet straights. Nobody wants that. I bet a lot of straights. Nobody wants that. I'm on Twitter a lot too, but this last week I've been on vacation, man. So I haven't been doing anything. The last you ain't been seeing me posting anything. I did me a little extended vacation. The end of MLB, took a break off, and then I'm on vacation. This is my last tomorrow my last day on vacation, then I'm coming back. But I don't do a lot of parlays. I don't. I do straights. I do a lot of straights, man. I'll put something out tomorrow though. I will. And I go over the slates a lot, so I don't really have to put out a lot of parlays, because at the end of the day, I got to go over the slate, give you all my, for an hour, 2 or 3 hours, and then come out here and give out the parlay. Then I got to come over your house, and then I got to come in to people's house, then I got to come in and get on their computer and then put their parlays in for them. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't do a lot of parlays. Straights are the way to go for me, man. Straights are the way to go, man. And bankroll builders, no one wants to see that. Nobody wants to see the straights. Nobody wants to see the bankroll builders, So it is what it is. But I do try to, get my insights on all the games so people can, whatever. Defense versus the rush, second worst yards total here. Damn, the Bears giving up. Look at that shit. Let me see, yards. I was about to say, well, Almost 100 more yards than anybody else. Damn. So they top 4 giving a yards per carry there. They right with the Bears. 6 yards per carry. The Giants. So the spot is there for these New Orleans running backs. The spot is there. The New York Giants, they're giving up 5 touchdowns versus the running backs here. So they tied for second. So it is what it is, right? They tied for second, right? So it is what it is, man. Just trying to identify some spots and stuff like that for people to, go in and see for themselves. Is this what they want to do, right? So, looking at and also you didn't know that I had that motherfucker that play. That's my group, man. I had that group for 12 years, man. 12 years, man. 12 years. I'm tired of that motherfucker, man. I remember the very first day. So day in and die out for 12 years, man. 12 years. I rarely go in there right now. 12 years I had that group. 12 years, man. 12. Yeah. That's a long ass time to be fucking around on social media every single day. But yep. Right now I just try to keep it safe. I had it locked for about 2 years now. It's been locked. April will be 2 years. Nobody in, nobody out. And people still can't act right. I'm on X most of the time though. But all my content gets dropped on YouTube. And like I said, for people, my support, I do got YouTube memberships. I got Tails. I just did a partnership with Tails today, right? And I'm gonna bust it out on my next video, how people can, support me through Tails. And everything I play would go straight to Tails. And then everything I play will go to Tails. It is what it is. Yeah, 12 years is crazy. I remember the first day, man. That was not a gambling space. It was a daily fantasy space. We all did daily fantasy. Then gambling got legal, and then boom, it flipped over to that. Yep, it flipped over to that. Here though, long story short, damn, I lost my motherfucking place talking. Long story short, man, from this game here, this is the best chance for the Saints to win a game. I'll tell you that right now. This is the best chance for the New Orleans Saints to win a game, right? They are the favorites, but anything can happen. I don't bet a lot of sides and stuff like that. But the running back 1 versus the Saints, 5 touchdowns in total, 2 of them receiving, 3 of them rushing. Versus the Giants, running back 2 has 3 rushing touchdowns. Running back 2. I wonder how that happened. Wide receiver 3 has a touchdown. Tight end has a touchdown. Man, do I like Juwan Johnson? Yes, I like Juwan Johnson. I don't know if I'll be able to get to him today, though. I don't. Olave, it's just such a target monster, right? Let's see. The Shaheed. Shaheed Cooks. No Neighbors. So Slayton and Robinson. It's going to be interesting here. And then you got Dart out there. Scatterboo, Tyrone Tracy, doubtful. The running back Singletary. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Wandale Robinson, huh? Reception at 4.5. You doing a lot of rushing yards tomorrow. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Or who do you like? Who you like? I don't have a favorite receiver over here, but Jackson. Fuck. Let me see something. Rushing yards. What's these quarterbacks? What the quarterbacks been doing? 45 yards to Josh Allen. Kyler Murray gave him 38. Mac Jones ain't going nowhere. What you got, sir? This it?
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. What's this?
It's toasted marshmallow and vanilla with caramel and Reese's cups, shaved Reese's cups.
Oh man, you went in there and got busy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was gonna put a little peanut butter in there, but they ain't had no more.
That's all right. That's fine. Thanks, sir.
No problem.
Mm-hmm. That'll work. Rush attempts. Oh yeah, I like Nico Collins. I definitely do. I think his rushing attempts went up. It's at 7.5. I think it came up. I think it was 6.5. So he had 10 rushing attempts last week. Josh Allen, he went over his line. His line was 6. He had 7. Mac Jones had 6. And Baker had 7. 3 of the last 4 quarterbacks, they hit their line. They hit their line versus them. Rushing yards at 34.5. That's because it's marked under spam. So I have to go in there and find it. I have to go in there and find it. I'll find it for you. Once I take it off spam, then you'll be good to go. I don't know why that site does that. It's something that I can't. It's something that I can't control. Something that I can't control, man. But once I find it and take it off, then it is what it is. I I can't find your damn name. It doesn't give you the option to hold on. There you go, right there. You should be good to go. Just let me know if it worked. Should be good to go. Let me know if it worked. Jackson Dart, I don't know if he's going to hit those 54 yards, but I have interest in his rushing attempts tomorrow. Okay. At 7.5, and his rushing yards sitting at 34.5. That's interesting. His top target is going to be Wan'Dale Robinson, Slayton, Teo Johnson, tight end. He had a touchdown last week. Now, his touchdown, when you come in, that was his Jackson Dart's first start. Teo Johnson got a touchdown. Okay? So, I think that means something, man. He's been getting a few targets here and there. Every game he's played, you can see Teo Johnson got a red zone target, right? So he gets a chance in that red zone. Jackson Dart only played one game. He gave him a red zone target. What's his longest reception? 13.5. He hasn't hit that number. He hit that number once, but three of his last 4 games, he had double-digit, yardage. So at least 10 yards or better. 3 receptions last week on Jackson Dart's first start. They playing 54% zone. 9 targets, 6 receptions. That not too bad. Like I say, he's got a touchdown on zone. One red zone target a game. So, and like I said, the only touchdown he got this year was last year on Dart's first start. So if you think anything, you want to take anything into consideration on that, then be my guest. The touchdown for him is plus 425. That's a long shot play. Let me keep it moving. Oh, man. Vegas and the Colts. So, looking at the defenses here, touchdown-wise, 3 touchdowns to the wide receiver 2. 2 to the 4 running back. Running back 2 got 1, wide receiver 3. Versus this Raiders defense. One by 2. Daniel Jones. He's throwing to the first read 81% of the time, okay? He's throwing to the first read 81% of the time. First read guy here, Michael Pittman, followed by Tyler Warren, right? So, That's just a testament to, how and who these quarterbacks lock onto. I like Michael Pittman. I like the Colts as a team. Michael Pittman's got a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games. That's a testament to who he's looking for, right? This team plays zone 74% of the time. Now, Michael Pittman, he's been getting jiggy with it. Meaning, he's been shaking motherfuckers. This team doesn't play a lot of man. They play 25% man so far. But versus man, 9 targets, 9 receptions. Meaning motherfuckers can fuck with me, right? Like, I am shaking your ass, right? All 3 of his touchdowns came versus zone. Versus zone, he got 12 receptions on 20 targets. Either way it go, I have interest in Michael Pittman. You could look at his game log here. His reception share, it's all there, right? 10 receptions versus the Rams. 6 receptions on 6 targets versus the Titans. Snuck out there and got 4 catches versus the Broncos. I think that's good versus the Broncos defense. And then so on and so forth. I can't talk you off anything for Michael Pittman here, whether it's yards or receptions. So it is what it is, man. Am I taking this 4.5? I don't know. He's in an okay spot for it. Tyler Warren. Reception line sitting at 4.5. He's over this number in 2 of his last 4 games. This team plays 74% zone. Tyler Warren, 18 receptions on 23 targets. Tight ends, they usually go sit in that zone, find them a hole in that zone. Tight ends versus this team. Cole Kmet had 9 targets. No, wait a minute. Excuse me. Yes. Cole Kmet, 3 receptions on 9 targets. He could have had a better game than that. Ertz, 3 receptions on 3 targets. Henry, 8 targets, 4 receptions. I don't mind the spot for Tyler Warren. When we go back, remember, Jones, 81% first read. Michael Pittman, 27% first read. And then Warren, 23% first read. Take it easy, bro. When you feel like you're getting too greedy, scale it back some. It don't matter if you scale it back and the motherfucker, the leg or whatever you took off hits, it don't matter. Just get in the habit of scaling back a little bit. I don't know how you play, what type of plays you make, whatever, but shit, stay low, man. Get you some plus 100s and some plus 200s or something like that, and make sure you win the day, man. Got to win the day. Totally easier said than done. I got to switch my screens around because my chat screen is over here. So I got to turn all the way back on my third screen. That's over here. How my shit fucked up. But, yeah. It's defense. Let's see. So the Raiders, wide receiver 2. They're giving up 3 touchdowns to wide receiver 2. Red zone targets, wide receiver 2 has the most red zone targets versus this team. So wide receiver 2 been getting busy versus this defense. I don't know who that's going to be. Man, I love it. I love it. Shout out to Caprice, man. Talking about some, hey, I don't blame you, Sia. Shout out to Caprice talking about some, what the fuck y'all talking about? You talking about football, man. You should chime in, right? Because right now I'm not, this is what I'm not just giving out plays. I'm showing you how to, you know what I'm saying? I'm showing you how to get there. You know, some people gonna shove some plays down your throat or whatever the case may be, but at least I'm showing you. You know what I'm saying? I do this all the time. So, if you want to slide. I'm predominantly on YouTube though, that's where I'm at. But if you in that group, that's mine. I had that motherfucker for 12 years. I just don't be in there like that. Messy as hell. That motherfucking group like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj right now. But yeah, you can slide though. Tap in. You might learn something. I know, I feel you. All right, I appreciate you sliding though. Slide. Go get your little drink or whatever the case may be, and chill. Pop out, pop in, pop out. Yeah. So, on paper, like I said, wide receiver 2s have been getting busy. Tight end 1 does not have a touchdown versus this defense. The Colts defense. I don't know what to make of this Colts defense real quick, really. But, before I get into it, I will say Brock Bowers is questionable. He hasn't been looking good, man. So they do run, where's my guy? Michael Mayer, a decent amount, okay? They do run him a decent amount, and here's a guy that Mike, what? He questionable too? Oh, shit. He's questionable too, huh? All right, so looking at the defenses, much like the Raiders defense, what's standing out to me is that their wide receiver 2, he's gotten 3 touchdowns. Wide receiver 3 got 1, tight end number 2 got 1, wide receiver 1 got 1, and then running back 1 got 3 touchdowns. One of those are receiving touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns, okay? Before I leave this side of things, though, but I would say Jonathan Taylor is the ultimate warrior right now, man. He's a beast. Y'all know that. Y'all don't need me to talk about him. He's in play. You looking at touchdowns. You looking at a 2-touchdown play. Somebody like Jonathan Taylor, you already know who that is. Everybody know who that is, right? So it is what it is with that situation. But back to where we were. Trey Tucker, right? He's out there. First of all, Geno Smith with his interception throwing ass. 62.2 first read situation there, right? Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, route to participation, they always out there 93.1, 92%, okay? So they're going to be out there. Targets, Jacoby Myers, former quarterback, has a little bit more targets than the rest of these guys. Brock Bowers, keep an eye out on his injury news situation, and Michael Mayer. This is tight end number 1, and that's tight end number 2. Brock Bowers, arguably one of the best tight ends in the league, hasn't been looking good. He's been out there hurt. Okay, now Jacoby Myers, like I said, he's a retired. I ain't gonna say retired. He used to be a quarterback, so he knows where to go. He knows where to be. Things of that nature. They played the Bears last week, and the Bears did a good job of watching that tape. Most of the time he went to Jacoby Myers, the Bears intercepted that motherfucker. So just keep an eye on that, because the coach could try to take a page out of the Bears book when it comes to that specifically defensive scheme. But Tucker, he's interesting to me, right? We look at the touchdowns here. Tucker has 4 touchdowns. Ashton Genty has 2, and that's it, right? Red zone targets. Ashton Genty's got 4. I don't fucking know how, but he has 4. Brower's got 3. Tucker's got 3. First read targets. Jacoby Meyer and Tucker and Bowers tied for number 2. So long story short, and then you look at the defense. So Trey Tucker would be wide receiver number 2. Wide receiver number 2 has 3 touchdowns, right? This defense has given up 3 touchdowns to the wide receiver 2. Does that mean he's going to get a touchdown? No, it doesn't. Trey Tucker's pretty fast. He's somebody, you can look at. Jacoby Myers, possession guy, knows how to get open. You can look at him for receptions, things of that nature. If you want to dig into it, we can dig into it. Receptions, 6.5. They expect him to get busy, right? This team plays 62% zone. Versus zone, he's got 16 receptions on 25 targets there. So, it is what it is with that situation. You can go back to last year, see how he did it versus zone. 63 receptions on 86 targets. That was pretty good there. He ended up having 2 touchdowns, but that was last year. Talked about this year, right? I haven't been going to Jacoby Myers this year because I haven't been satisfied with how Geno has been playing, right? He don't throw those 3 interceptions last week, then those are 3 catches for Jacoby Myers, right? So right now his reception is sitting at 6.5. I don't know how I want to do it. I'm looking at Trey, right? I can go over here, pull up Trey, and see what we got. Reception sitting at 3.5. Trey, last week versus the Bears, 2 receptions, 2 targets. He was 2 for 2. The prior to that, 8 receptions on 9 targets, and then 3 receptions on 8 targets the week before that. He needs to get back to that 7, 8, targets, whatever the case may be. Target share. The defense plays 58% zone. Versus zone, he has 31 receptions. Oops, that was last year. I'm sorry. 62% zone. He has 11 receptions on 19 targets. He should be a little bit better. It could be a little bit better. Trey Tucker is somebody that I'm looking at for either receptions or longer or decent touchdown or a touchdown at a decent price. Does it mean he's going to get there? No, it doesn't mean he's going to get there. But I'm just don't kill a messenger. Total yard is Indy. Where's Indy at versus running backs? Okay. What about versus the pass catchers, wide receivers? Indy. Okay, receptions. Indy in receptions. Number 5 in receptions, and they've given up. They tied for giving up the second most touchdowns to wide receivers at 6. I'm sorry. So if they can move the ball, then they can get some going through the air, right? The proof is in the pudding, something like that. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving. Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers. Take a look at this defense. We hit the advanced filters. Take a look at this defense and where they've been giving up. Right now, you see, I'm looking at the touchdown matchups. Right, that's where I go and I kind of like base myself off right there. I can look at the team share percentages, the player alts, the defensive matchups, and the team defensive stats. But right now, I'm just keying in on the. I'm keying in on the. I'm keying in on the TD matchups that kind of like give me a visual of how I might want to attack things. Remember, straight bets are always major key. I don't do a lot of parlays, but you do what you want to do. You do what you want to do, right? Do what you want to do. So Miami Dolphins defense, I'm not a big fan of it. One thing I do know about this Miami defense, you could run on them a lot. I know if you were watching that primetime game, the prime example of the Jets, they gave them the business. So you probably should have caught that, right? So Miami, top 10. Miami. So they top 10 in most categories. They top 10 in most categories as far as most statistical rushing categories. Top 10 worse, right? In most of these statistical categories. Touchdowns, they only gave up one rushing touchdown. That's interesting. Yep. So touchdowns and one other one. How about pass catchers? Pass catchers. Running backs. Miami, yards. They give up a decent amount of yards to pass catching running backs. They top 10 in that. They number 4. Receptions, Miami. Number 7. Targets, if that means anything to you, number 10. So they still top 10 there. And so on and so forth. But they haven't given up. So running backs can get busy in instances. Okay? Now, Chuba Hubbard is out. Now, Chuba Hubbard was a guy that he had the third most targets on the team, and his percentage was really good. 13 receptions on 17 targets. So meaning they would go to the running back, okay? I'm guessing who's gonna Dowdle. So Dowdle is a guy that he's got 5 receptions on 6 targets. I don't know if he's going to be the bell cow or anything like that, but his touchdown odds, is fucking nerfed, like -11, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was with the Cowboys last year. So looking at last year, right? Because right now he's just this will probably be his first game getting a start if he starts. But looking at last year, you see his attempts, right? 22 attempts, 23 attempts, 13, 25, 18, 22, 19. So he has that ability. Right, to get out there and be a number 1 guy. The receiving, if you start back from last year, I mean, he was getting hit in instances, you know what I'm saying? So, he was getting targeted or whatever the case may be. So, it is what it is. This year, we just don't know how it's going to go. But I definitely want to see what his line is looking like. Rushing, receiving, receptions, over 2.5, because he should be getting more work. Okay, so 2.5, you'll get that 2.5 for -109 if you want to get there. Okay. Now defensively here, not too many touchdowns here. Teddy McMillan, Jatavion Sanders. So we want to take a look at. I want to take a look at. First of all, of course, now McMillan, yes, please, right? Give me the over 4.5 receptions. I've already taken it, right? So you get at a minus 140 right now. Give me the over 4.5 receptions, man. You know, I like it. I love it. It is what it is. This team plays man 57% of the time. He's got 13 targets on man this year. 10 of those were caught receptions. Got 10 receptions on 13 targets in man coverage. So, you know, I like it. Win, lose, or draw. I played it already. Teams that's wide receivers that, you know, these guys I've seen. I mean, so Garrett Wilson got there. His line was at 5.5. When you look at Buffalo, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who the fuck he be throwing the ball to. Josh, he throw the ball to anybody and everybody. Like, that should be crazy. Then 3.5 for Diggs. He got there. And then 4.5 for Michael Pittman. He got there, right? 8 targets for McMillan last game. Game before that, 8 targets. Game before that, 10 targets. Game before that, 9 targets. So he's averaging about 9 targets on the head. It looks like the books probably cut that 9 targets in half and put his receptions at 4.5. I like it. Win, lose, or draw. I like it, bro. It just is what it is. I like it. Versus pass catchers, the wide receivers, you could definitely take a look at the wide receiver core versus Miami here. And let's see, yardage. I like to look at yardage a little bit here. So Miami has been looking, okay. But they have given up some touchdowns, though. 5. So they're good for number 3. And, you know, number 5 here. The highest per team that got the most touchdowns given up to wide receivers is Dallas with 9. Then followed by 3 teams that's tied for 6. And then Miami falls in that category of 5. Now, McMillan does not have a touchdown this season. I don't believe. This could be one of those spots that he probably could get there. And 1 touchdown for him is a plus 145. But the tight end position was interesting for me. Jatavion Sanders is out. We're looking at the route participation here. Tommy Tremble still was in there, right? Tommy Tremble's got a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard's got 2. It's going to be interesting here. He's got 1 touchdown. That was last game. 25 receiving yards. He had 42 last game. And he had 5 receptions. His receptions sitting at 2.5. Tommy Tremble. And minus 149 right now. Going up against this team. This team here, I think they give it up the most to tight ends. So you take a look at the tight end spot here. And Miami, they don't give up much. How about receptions? Top 10 in receptions. Miami, top 10 in targets. Yards. Miami number 1 in yards to the tight end. Okay? Number 1. Yards per catch. Miami number 2. Versus tight end. Okay. Miami's giving up 2 tight ends. So tight end, Tommy Tremble is somebody you might want to, you're probably going to want to be looking at here. Tommy Tremble, okay? So 2.5 receptions for him, sitting at minus 149. Parlay piece if you want. He had 8 targets last week and a touchdown. Tight ends versus this defense. Mason Taylor, who we really like today. Tomorrow, we really like Mason Taylor. 5 receptions on 7 targets. Dalton Kincaid. I don't know how the fuck he went out there and got 5, because it's hard to put a read and see where Josh Allen's going, but he had 5 receptions. And then Tyler Warren has 7 receptions. So tight ends been getting busy as hell on them, right? And if you want to take them for 4, you get it at plus 154. 5, you get it at plus 300. So it is what it is, right? You're talking about a good spot. That's a good spot. There's a few other good spots that I like, and I'll run them off to you guys tomorrow. Later or whatever the case may be. But Trimble here, he's in an okay spot, pretty decent spot there. Terrell McMillan, Trimble, I think you could shake those boys up. You could probably take them for 2 catches and 4 catches, and you could probably get to plus money just like that too, for sure. 1 second here. Let me see something. Does it mean they're going to get there? Absolutely not. But can they get there? Yes, they can. On the other side, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how this is going to go, truthfully. But I think this is an okay spot for tight ends here, too, versus Carolina. Let me see. Carolina. So Miami and Carolina, they have given the most yards to tight ends, right? Miami, Carolina, and they just happen to be playing each other. Now, last week, when I did that stream last week, Waller, we were all on Waller, right? Waller was the play. He goes out there and gets 2 touchdowns. The catch on the first drive, I think that was plus. I think that was plus 500, man. Shit like that. So he got busy for us, right? I got him for a touchdown. Then a scary wager on a touchdown, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now, Waller. There's been some tight ends getting busy versus these guys too. When you're looking at Hunter Henry, he was only 2 for 2. Austin Hooper was 1 for 1. Whoop-de-doo, right? Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions on 6 targets. Trey McBride, 6 receptions on 7 targets. And then Brenton Strange, 4 receptions on 4 targets. His teammate was 1 for 1. So they've shown the ability to get busy on him. Not super busy, but they've just shown everybody, mostly all the tight ends hit their line except for Hunter Henry, right? So it is what it is. Longest reception, over 14.5. That's interesting. He had 4 targets, 3 receptions. 2 of those were touchdowns. 2.5 receptions, I think that's appropriate. No Tyreek Hill. What better time to get acquainted with your shiny new toy in his second game than get him more than 2.5 receptions, which is juiced up at a minus 168 right now for a parlay piece. Feeling froggy, going on up to 3.5 for plus money. Waddle, and I don't know who's going to make this step up. Malik Washington has been somebody that they have been working in. So Malik Washington, I know they staring at Malik Washington like right now, like it's your time type shit, right? But I expect them to get a few more. I expect them to get a few more targets there, and 3.5 receptions for Malik Washington. it's not out of the realm of possibilities there, right? Jalen Waddle gonna be who he gonna be. I just want to see how they're gonna roll this defense out. And then Devon Achane, he definitely disappointed last week with that. The offense disappointed last week with those 2 targets and those 1 receptions. I think you can go back to. I think you jump on that 4.5. I think it goes back to the regular schedule program. Last week they were working in, man. They were working in Darren Waller. He only got 2 targets, bro. 2 targets. So I guess, man. I guess. But A-Chain, I couldn't talk you off of that 4.5 receptions. We're not gonna forget who he is and or touchdown, right? He's got a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games this season. This year, he's got a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games. Waddle should get a decent amount of targets here. I pushed the wrong button. Tampa Bay and Seattle Seahawks. I probably missed on the line. I think I seen 19.5. I probably missed that line. Let me take a look for Bucky Irvin receiving. I mean, not Bucky Irvin. Rashad White receiving yards. It's at 22.5 now. So it's moving, right? What about his receptions? 3.5. What about his longest reception? 11.5. Let's take a look here. Seattle. Seattle's giving up the second most yards to the second most yard. They green for targets, running back targets. Then the green for receptions and running back yards. Red zone targets. And game script, can have these boys down. I like it. I like receptions and or receiving yards, and couldn't even talk you off his longest reception. Looking at the running backs, receiving running backs. Trey Benson, 5 receptions on 5 targets. His teammate, 2 receptions on 2 targets. Keandre Miller and Kamara combined for 3 catches. Kenneth Gainwell had 3 catches. And Warren, his teammate, had 4 catches. So I like it. Hey, I like it. I don't know which way I want to go with it. That's the thing. Receptions, longest reception, receiving yards. Or I can take all 3. Or you can take his rushing plus reception yards, which is sitting at 75.5. I don't know how this game, I have to meditate on how I think this game is going to go. Running back wise, you're going to have Sean Tucker is going to be behind him. And we're going to see how that's going to go. He could be a vulture candidate or whatever case may be. He could be a touchdown candidate. Those guys, I often, but the book should be in on this. He's definitely going to be a touchdown candidate. If you're the one or two running back, plus 310, for somebody like Sean Tucker to get in that end zone. So we'll see what's going to happen. Rashad White's touchdown is sitting at plus 145. That's a good number for somebody who could potentially run it in and definitely could get a receiving touchdown. Baker Mayfield. He's went over 1.5 touchdowns in passing touchdowns in 3 of his last 4 games. He will be passing it. You could also look at his passing attempts. Line's probably move. It's at 32.5. I couldn't talk you off of that. All 4 starting quarterbacks this season has went over this number versus this team. Passing attempts, 41 for Kyler Murray, 39 for Spencer Rattler, 33 right by a hair for Aaron Rodgers, and then Brock Purdy at 35. So, the passing attempts are there. You could also look at Baker Mayfield will go out. He'll go out there and try to do as much as he can, and that includes rushing, right? His rushing yards sitting at 16.5. He's hit that number in 3 of his last 4 games. Did not get there versus a decent defense in Philly, but the rushing attempt. The yards are in play and or rushing attempts. Rushing attempts sitting at 3.5. Right. The line is sitting at plus 100 for 3.5. He's 50% to that number this season. If I feel like, the game script is going to be I feel like, Tampa Bay is going to have to pass a lot or they're going to be behind, then all those stats are in play for me. I have to think about it. That's something I do a little bit more meditating in the morning, the day of. I'm not betting his attempts right now, even though I should. I think I should. Chris Godwin. He came right into fold and had I think he had a full run, man. He had 3 receptions? But he also had 10 targets, okay? 4.5 receptions is not out of the realm of possibilities. If I like the attempts, I'm most definitely gonna like the targets. I think they're gonna try to hold him into that. He needs to be back to that regular role where he was at, and that slot role, and hopefully he should be able to produce. 10 targets last game. That was a very good sign. So 4.5 receptions is definitely not in the realm of possibilities. Let me go back here. Let me take a look here. Let me go back here and check out some. Let me see. Seahawks defense. See, I have to look at some detailed numbers, how they coming out the slot and stuff like that. And I don't have that information on hand. It is what it is, though, right? Tampa Bay defense, the running back 1, 3 touchdowns, 1 of them reception, 2 rushing. Tight end got 2 touchdowns. I know that's right. Good luck. What's the score to that game, man? Let me see. I knew Toronto was finna beat the shit out the Yankees. Hold on, y'all. Let me drop this. Kirby got 6K. Oh, he dealing. I'm going in here to well, Jeremiah, I'm gonna have to take him up to Jeremiah Fears. I'm gonna take him up to 20, man. I just took Jeremiah Fears up to 200. I mean, up to 20, man. Let's see what he can do tonight for tonight's game. Where the fuck was I at? Let's see. Running back one. Touchdown candidate Kenneth Walker. Smith and Jigba, man. One of the really nice candidate here, man. He's out there. 83% of the team drop back passes. 44% first read. So Sam Darnold's going to the first read 70% of the time. But it's in Jigba, man. You know, one touchdown on the season. Yards set at 7, 8.5. Receptions at 6.5. Okay. I couldn't talk you off anything for him. If you want to get there, be my guest. I don't know if I'm getting there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I don't on that side. Tennessee Titans. Washington Commanders. Hold up. Let me see. Tennessee Titans. Washington Commanders. So I haven't looked at the Tennessee Titans, Washington Commanders, or the Detroit game. Now, I know for sure I'm going to like Trey McBride here. I know this for sure. So, Kyler Murray, first read, 66% of the time. Trey McBride, 32% first read targets there. Trey McBride, 35 targets, 24 receptions, only 1 touchdown. He's not a big-time touchdown guy throughout his high school career or anything of that nature. This team is playing 66% zone. He's got 19 receptions on 29 targets. He's well fully in play. Reception sitting at 6.5. He's pretty much firm around that neighborhood. Some tight ends that versus this team. Dalton Schultz, 5 receptions on 6 targets. Tyler Higbee, 4 receptions on 4 targets. Evan Ingram's 3 receptions on 4 targets. And pretty much, looked pretty good. Most of these the pass catching tight ends look pretty good there. Tyler Warren, 3 receptions on 5 targets. His line was 4.5. He didn't get there. So I'm gonna have interest in Trey McBride. Even if I'm altering him down, I'm still gonna have interest in him. And I did want to look at so Trey Benson, James Conner. These motherfuckers dropping like flies. Dee Mercado, man. Oh shit. His touchdown is at plus 290. Zay Jones. What has this defense been doing? So they've been giving it up through the air. Defense versus pass catchers. Let's go yards. Oh, you know what though? Let's go tight end. Tennessee. Wide receivers. Seventh in receptions. Eighth in receptions. No, 8th in yards. Tennessee. Top 10 there. Targets, Tennessee. Fishy, man. Fishy. Versus rush. Quarterback, rush. Tampa Bay. Yards. I want to look for Tennessee. They way down there. Attempts. Tennessee. Okay. All right. Not my favorite game. I ain't even going to stunt like it is. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to end up skipping the rest of that. Tony Pollard, huh? He's at 13.5 rushing attempts, which he's hit every game this season. That's interesting. That's very interesting there. Kenneth Walker got there versus this team. McCaffrey, of course. Chuba. So running backs have been getting there as of late. Let's take it for loss. So, I mean, he's got to be in play. He don't have to be in play, but just, he's 100% to this number, rushing attempts, okay? It just is what it is. He's 100% to this number. Tony Pollard, if you want to get to that, be my guest. That's what I'm going to say there. Moving along. Yeah, I looked at Kyler Murray. I looked at Kyler Murray, and his numbers are in play. But that's all I would be looking for in this game. Would be Russian props. I don't feel like this game is going. What's the total on this? I don't feel like this game is going to produce a lot of points. 41.5, low total. So definitely all those are in play. I couldn't talk you off of it. Kyler Murray. His rushing yards or pass. No, I wouldn't say pass. His rushing yards, man. But definitely should be interesting. He's over here because I know he's been over that line. He over that line in 4 straight games. So his rushing yards definitely got to be interesting. I haven't been checking his attempts, and he's right there at the attempts. On the books, you can get 5.5 on the books, 6.5 at plus money. Bo Nix took off around 8 times on him. C.J. Stroud, lo and behold, he got there. Daniel Jones, whatever. Yeah. I know Kyler Murray been getting his yards, though. That's why I was kind of interested in. And, I couldn't talk you off of that at all. It's at 28.5. Some of the books got him at 30. Let's see. What do they have his attempts at? Ten and a half. $41.5 yards. They pretty green. Definitely looking good on the. They pretty green. Tennessee giving up the 3rd most yards. fifth most attempts. I mean, for carries. How many touchdowns they give up? The most touchdowns. Okay, to the running backs. What about the quarterbacks? Touchdowns, Tennessee. Okay. Yards, Tennessee. Touchdown. Okay. I think you could play both running backs for a touchdown, and hopefully one of them get there. If not, both. Carter at plus 130. DeMarcado at plus 290. I think you could play both running backs. You could probably play all three of them motherfuckers. Both running backs and Kyler Murray straights. We say Ed said, yeah, Ed said he's about to, I guess he was about to say, yeah, you can play them all three straight. And two of them hit, you good. You hit DeMarcado, you in the green, right? Somebody got to get in there. I'm not a big fan of the passing game in this game, period. I do like, Trey McBride, but that don't mean I'm going there. But I can also see a game where Trey McBride get all his catches and nobody else gets shit type shit. And, the rest of the motherfuckers, like Murray hit his rushing yards and stuff like that. At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to predict game flow and see what's going to happen out here. So shout out to Ed for not letting me, for putting that out there, because I almost drove past that shit. Had to stop and pick up. I was driving past. Ed was like, "Hey, oh!" Then I had to stop. Oh, that was Ed. Let me grab Ed. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, so and Pollard. I like Pollard too. He's a touchdown candidate, right along with his yardage. His attempts. He's 100% to his attempts. And I couldn't take you off his rushing yards either. It's real good to go through these games like this, man. It'll be quicker. It's going to be quicker later, but right now, you need to go through these. Motherfuckers need to come here and go through these games. Yeah, motherfuckers need to come here and go through these games, man. Help us go through these games, and you're definitely going to start opening your eyes. You're going to start seeing shit. A lot of people going to start seeing shit and bring to the table what they, I did not look at this Washington in this Chargers game. I don't think Washington is all that, I don't. But, it is what it is, right? So we should have Jaden Daniels this week. They dealing with some injuries, man. Straight up. They are dealing with some injuries. Going to look at this touchdown plays here, because I'm in the touchdown matchups, y'all, as you can see up there. So I'm looking at this from a touchdown standpoint. And looking at this Washington team, 2 touchdowns to the tight end, 1 to the running back 2, 1 to the running back 3. What's up, Cutthroat? Shout out to Cutthroat, man. My boy say he definitely listening. That's what's up, man. Shit don't cost nothing, man. You want to listen a little bit closer? You can slide over to YouTube too, man. Sub to my channel, because that's where I'm at all the time. If you don't see me on X or Facebook, whenever I crank this up the internet, I'm gonna be on YouTube first. Shout out to you though for checking it out though. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Running back 2 got a touchdown. Tight ends got 2 touchdowns. So definitely we'll have to take a look at the tight ends, because tight ends look pretty good. Tight ends got 5 red zone touchdowns versus this team, right? So I definitely want to take a look at the tight end thing here, right? Washington, right? Washington, okay. So we know we like these too, right? It's the only thing is, they don't even target the tight end, right? Shit, they don't even target the tight end here, right? So let's see something. Wait. No, they don't. Let's see. Will Disley, like, I mean, Fisk, questionable. Keep an eye out on the tight end situation, though, right? Keep an eye out on it. Justin Herbert, 71% first read target percentage, right? First read guy here, Quinn Johnson. He stepped up to the plate. He has 4 touchdowns. Keenan Allen has 3. Lad McConkey and Quinn Johnson, 90% of the dropbacks of the routes run, while dropbacks. So they out there, right? Keenan Allen's out there as well. So Disley, damn, they got Conklin. Oh man, I need to read up on these injuries because Conklin's got a 20% route. Okay. Conklin fuck around and get a touchdown, man. Oronde Gatson got 10 targets, 7 receptions on 10 targets, 2 red zone targets, no touchdowns. First read, 6 first read targets. So Gatson at a plus 380 could be somebody. First of all, you have to see who's going to be in and out. That's the first of all, because Disley gets on my motherfucking nerves. I'll tell you that shit. Since week 1, I ain't thought about him at all. So rewind it back. Like I said, Lad McConkey, Quinn Johnson, these guys here are the target hogs, followed by Keenan Allen. 27 targets for Lad, 36 for Quentin, 4 touchdowns for Quentin, 3 touchdowns for Allen. So it is what it is. But what we were looking at first, because you can see it right off first glance, and Washington, right? They're giving up the 3rd most yards to tight ends. They're tied. They're giving up 2 touchdowns to tight ends. The most team that give up the most is 3. It's still early in the season as well. Receptions, Washington. So they give up a decent amount of yards. Receptions are down. Okay. Air yards. So air yards, 149, right? So air yards, right? That meaning, who did they fucking play, right? Because they played some motherfuckers who was throwing it to their tight end. 6 red zone targets for the tight ends. That's tied for 3rd. It's tied for 3rd in the league, meaning people are getting to the red zone and throwing it to their tight end. Okay? And those, in this situation, so that's what it is, what it's looking like. Right off the first glance, I seen that. You're able to identify things, you know what I'm saying? When we looking at the board here, y'all know y'all rock with me for a whole season. We looking at the board. It's the same thing as looking at how we were looking at game day, right? Didn't this make you think about game day? When we looking at here, I would click the advanced numbers and boom, it pops for you, right? So same way we was looking at game day, same colors, same shit, and when you see whatever pops out to you, then you check the temperature on it, right? So it is what it is. The wide receiver 2 got 3 touchdowns versus this team, so it is what it is. Yeah. So, let me see something. Let me just check the fucking secondary pass catch. Wide receivers. Let's see. Washington. Air yards. 5 TDs. Let's get on the third most. Defense versus the pass in general. Let's just say pass in general. This will help you get a grasp on. Versus the pass in general, you could be thinking about the quarterback, right? You could be thinking about his passing yards and whatever, his passing TDs and stuff like that. So when I click it to pass versus pass, that's just passing as a whole. That's probably you want to say, hey, yeah, shit like that. Because you got books out here that give you flexibility in a lot of different places. So you need to take advantage of that, right? When you're looking at DraftKings giving you flexibility on everything right now, right? They winning. Pass yards, you can alter it. Combined pass yards for both guys, you can alter it, right? Either pass yards. Like, you can alter it. Passing touchdowns. Guess what? You can alter it. Attempts, you can alter that. Completions, you can alter that. Rush yards and all that, you can alter that. Pass yards, first quarters, whatever the case may be, you can even throw in interceptions in your same game parlays. Pass yard over-unders. Now, don't forget, they do got your standard over-unders and things of that nature. You got your first quarter and your first halves. So the first halves are definitely interesting, especially when you're doing your bankroll builders and stuff like that, because that first quarter ain't nothing like that half and end of the game where they calling timeouts and shit like that. So you don't always have to go for first quarters. You can go for first half. You know what I'm saying? You can go for first half, and you can do that with receptions. You could do that with a lot of shit, right? You could do it. You could do that. So y'all get the drift. I'm just trying to show motherfuckers other ways they can get to the money, man. Straight up. I'm trying to show people other ways they can get to the money. I do like for the people who wasn't here when I did the little NBA stream, you can, if you like, hey, I do like, I'm getting to you right now, player points. I do like Jeremiah Fears, 12 points. Now, I took him up to 20, right? I took him up to 20. I don't care if I lose. He took 15 shots. They yesterday. They overseas. He took 15 shots, man. He took 6 threes. I need him to get at least him to get that 12. But back to the regular schedule program. So, right. So we were looking at passing as a whole here. I fucking forgot who playing who, man. Boy. Okay. Oh, right. So, what's the total in this one? 47. 2.5 spread. Come on, man. With a 2.5 spread, with a 2.5 spread, huh? How? How is it a 2.5 spread? That's what I want to know. I want to know how is it a 2.5 spread. But you know what, though? Let me see something. I think there's some injuries. On the... Well, there's injuries on both sides, especially... Let me see here. Let's take a look at Tatum Daniels, for instance, for a second. Injury report. Noah Brown, Terry McLaurin, Cosme, Tucker Fisk, Will Desi questionable, Darius Davis out. The guard out for questionable, and Alt is big. It's big. That's big. He's big. That's a big blow right there for them. And Terry McLaurin is out. Depth chart. Debo, Moore, McCaffrey, Ertz. Ertz gonna be out there. Okay. Let's go back and see what I was doing though. Pass and defense, right? So Washington, yards, top 10 in yards. Completion percentage. Completions. Washington. Yards per attempt. Okay. Let's see. Defense versus rush. QB. The Chargers rushing yards. Quarterback. 6 red zones attempts for the quarterback from the Chargers. Yards, number 2, and giving up yards. They're in the green in every category for rushing quarterbacks except for 1, and that's yard per carry, right? How healthy do we think Jaden McDaniels is, right? Dart got a touchdown on him. Patrick Mahomes got a touchdown on him. Rushing touchdowns at that. Rushing attempts set at 7.5. Dart, Knicks, Geno, and Mahomes hit their rushing attempts on this team. So that's 4 straight quarterbacks hit their rushing attempts on this team. Rushing yards. This nigga steady calling, man. Damn. Why don't you call in the morning, motherfucker? Man, let me answer this.
An individual in custody at Sheridan Correctional Center. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call,
well, I'll give y'all these plays. So you're going to have some plays. I know that. Hello? Yeah. I'm online. I ain't doing shit else. What's up, though? I mean, shit. We got to get to the money. I don't know. What you trying to do? I'll put your shit in right now if you want to put it in. All right. But I'm still live right now, though. But I ain't on shit, though. I ain't got no choice. All right, bet. I probably got one more game left, though. Probably about one more game. I'll probably do like one more game, though.
So what? It don't matter. I'm going to call you back later. I know you were night out anyway. The phone stay on till midnight. I'm going to call you back in like an hour and a half.
Phone stay on till 12 o'clock?
Yeah, they changed it now. They stay on till 12 now.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. That's crazy. Y'all going? Your girl gonna be taking her out with you.
For real. You trying to get ready to go out right now? Yeah, all right.
Well, you and that bitch talking about, so where we going?
For real. Yeah, she's going. Yeah, she's stepping out tonight. She says she is. You ain't got no money, but you stepping out. Come on now.
You talk your ass. Damn, that's crazy work. All right, it's all good though.
All right, I'll be back. All right.
Damn, Kerry just went yard. Damn, that's what's up. Good shit. That's my boy locked up, man. He said that motherfucking phone stay up to 12 now. Oh, no. This is crazy work, man. Yes, sir. Jaden Daniels, yeah, man. His rushing and stuff is in play, man. You know, I think hopefully he's ready to go. He should be ready to go. He is ready to go. Hey, get on out there and make it do what it do. Yeah, that's funny. That's crazy. The YouTube is let me see if I can drop. Let me see if I can drop the link in the chat real quick. Let's see. It should have been in there though. It should be already be automated. It should already be automated in there. But let me see. If I can reply to your comments with the link, that'll be fine. It should have been in there though. It should be already be automated. It should already be automated in there. But let me see. If I can reply to your comments with the link, that'll be fine. That's the stream right there. You should have it now. It should have been in there though. It should be already be automated. It just popped up in the chat too. It's in there. It's in there. That's it right there. If I can reply to your... All right. Well, that's the stream right there. You should have it now. It should have been in there though. It should be already be automated. It just popped up in the chat too. It's in there. It's in there. That's it right there. Bet. All right. Well, that's the stream right there. You should have it now. So, and then you got their Russian numbers right here too. This is an update. So every time I turn around, they updating some shit and stuff like that. You can see how green they are versus Russian. See what I'm saying? You can see how green they are versus Russian. You know? Bet. All right, well, 7.3 yards of carry ranked number 1. Red zone carries ranked number 4. Rushing yards number 2. Rushing TD. So, and then you got their Russian numbers right here too. This is an update. So every time I turn around, they updating some shit and stuff like that. I'm tripping. Damn, turn that shit off. All right, yeah, so they play 68% zone. He hasn't played that many games, but 76% completion percentage there. 2 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels. Debo getting busy in the zone. Debo got a touchdown in every game except for one. Who? Debo. What's his touchdown line? Plus 140 on DK. Go figure. Debo Samuel and Zach Ertz, they're pretty efficient. They've been pretty efficient. 20 targets, 14 receptions for Ertz. 27 targets, 22 receptions for Debo. First read percentage, McLaurin is out. He was leading the way, followed by Debo at 23% and Ertz at 19%. I won't be trying to do no guessing here. Ertz, Samuel. More than likely, I'll be altering those guys, in some same game parlays, maybe plus 100, plus 200, and just getting up out of there. I'm not even trying to, you know what I'm saying? I would imagine, games, they should be behind. Game script should have them behind, so that means pass and or rushing yards for somebody like Jaden McDaniels. That's how I'm looking at this game. I'm not no fucking expert. I couldn't, it ain't like I'm going to have plays for every game. I ain't going to lie. We could talk about them, but it ain't like I'm going to have plays for every game. This is a 3 o'clock game. I probably won't even touch this until that time. Who knows? I want to know what the tight end situation is for this Chargers game, and that still might sell, right? Maybe for a long shot touchdown or something like that. I know Conklin is able on the touchdown side. I know Conklin can hit a long reception as well. Conklin, he's a good route runner. He knows how to do things. It's just, you got to feed McConkley, Johnston, and Keenan. They got some weapons over there and through the air. Take one more glance at this. Running back 1, wide receiver 3, wide receiver 2, got 3 touchdowns. Who's receiver 2 though? It's got to be McConkley. Could this be McConkley Day? Could be. Could be McConkley Day. I don't even know who's 1 or 2 right now. I'm not even going to sit here and try to crunch no numbers or nothing like that. Here in this spot, the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. But shit, Chase still in play for me. Right? It just is what it is, right? But I don't know. This defense ain't as tough as the defense they faced last week. Coming from somebody who has Chase in a couple fantasy leagues, it hurts. But he's still in play. I don't know if I'm talking about my fantasy team or I'm talking about the fucking plays. But, man, he is hurting my damn fantasy team, bro. But he's in play. He's definitely in play. Game script should have these boys down. They can't fuck with Detroit, in my opinion. I don't know what the line is. Sometimes when you mess around with those games with those big guys lines and stuff like that, it's just best to mess with take it from a game standpoint, because the game flow can have things fucked up for you, right? You know what I'm saying? Big ass spread, 10.5, 49 over under in this spot. They could get the blowing the doors off them or anything. And, things can just go sour sometimes, man. Like, things can go sour sometimes, man. Like Detroit, when things go sour like that, some people be caught up in the blender, right? On the winning set team and the losing team. So sometimes it don't pay. Sometimes it don't pay. Not saying this ain't gonna pay. I'm just saying sometimes it don't. Because Detroit can hit your ass from all fucking different types of areas. My popular opinion, I think Detroit got what it takes to go all the way this year. I think they got what it takes. I need to watch it a little bit more, but it's not a fluke. What I'm seeing is not a fluke. It's not a fluke. I don't think it's a fluke, man. They've been through the Ben Johnson era. They learned a lot. What's impressing me is I think I see a solid defense, and that's important, man. I think I see a solid defense. And Goff's been in this league long enough. Yeah. Health is their biggest. Health is important for this team. So I don't know how I want to approach things. I know the running backs, they're in play. Detroit can get out there and start spreading the ball around, and don't nobody get there, or the wrong people start getting there, man. So, one thing you do know, more likely than not, is Detroit probably going to win this game. So that's one way you could probably try to figure it out. You could buy down, or whatever, shake down the totals or something like that, or the spread. And if it ain't a side or nothing like that, I probably won't be putting those players, if I got like different teams and stuff like that, and I probably won't be putting them motherfuckers in my motherfucking parlay like that. Them boys got 2 running backs, tight end, wide receivers, man, O-line and D, and just feel like a parlay buster, man. Straight up. I could be wrong, but sometimes that's how that shit go. These last 2 games here, I'm thinking about going live tomorrow for the New England game. So maybe I'll save my breath for then. And then Monday night, that's when I go back to work. I've been off for about 12, 13 days. I go back to Monday. You won't see me Monday night, so this will probably be a Monday morning session. If you want to support me, you like what I do, you could be the membership on YouTube. I got a Tails membership, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know, if you just like to support what I do. Everything that I'm going to be posting is going to go there first and then come out to the public if I feel like it. But at the end of the day, that's what it is, right? Now remember, I told y'all the basketball player I like is Jeremiah Fears, over 12 points. We'll see if we can hit that tonight, shortly, in about 30, 40 minutes. And how about I go live in the morning, okay? Slide on me. Oh, you know what? A few plays before I go here. How about Saints, Panthers, Vegas, Dallas. Okay. How about you know what? I'm going to do a short video because I ain't done a short video in so long. I'm going to do a short video and give y'all, fuck it, man. Y'all been here with me. Why? Y'all know what I like. I've already played these. I like both teams to score a touchdown in each half here. Plus 112. And if you're feeling froggy, you can take both teams to score 2 touchdowns in each half in this game at plus 1,800. The other game I like for this is one more game I bet. I can't even fucking remember. Let me see. I bet one more game for this, so let me see. It's supposed to jump out to me. It mustn't have been a bad bet. Oh. The Patriots and Buffalo Bills. The Patriots and Buffalo Bills. I played them both straight and I parlayed them. It would be in the scoring section. Plus 112. Both of them. Both teams to score a touchdown in each half. What I'm getting ready to do now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna start doing some builders, locking in some builders, and I'm also going to start looking at some of these specials, right? Some of these game specials, some of these pass receiving. I like receiving. I like receptions. I'm finna start looking at some of these reception specials, especially in that Dallas game, right? I'm finna start looking at some of these specials and shit like that. So at the end of the day, some of these specials, you know what I'm talking about, those. So at the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't, and peace out, man. Peace out, man. Appreciate y'all. Back to the regular scheduled program with these lives, whether it's a play or whatever. I'm going to drop a Jackson video tonight. Let y'all check that out. I'm going to drop a Jackson video tonight. All right? Peace out, fam. Peace.